guys, welcome back. It is now day 2 of trying to install the Rocket Bunny style diffuser on the 240. Just yesterday I didn't have enough time and I ran into some issues. I believe I made one of the brackets wrong, mounting one of the brackets wrong on the Rocket Bunny diffuser, so when I put it on it looked kind of wonky. So I'm going to take it off and readjust the brackets, and then if it looks good I'm going to show you exactly what I did, so that when you guys go through it and you guys decide to purchase this one, you won't have to go through the heartache of trying to figure it out like I had to, because there is no instructions when you buy this kit, like I said before. So I will go ahead and take it off, remount the tray mount on the passenger and the driver side trays. The middle section is pretty much on point, just the left and right one is when I had some trouble. So I'm going to remount those and make sure everything's cool, and then show you exactly what I had to do in order to mount it to the actual back trunk part of the car. So let me put you on the tripod and let's get to it. So this is the middle tray. Pretty much you're going to start off with the bottom panel. You're going to make your L brackets hook up to here in that orientation. And then on the top bracket, it's going to be, the brackets will be like this. So to hold the bottom one, they're going to be like this. And to hold the top tray, it'll be flipped over like that. So the tray would rest on it as opposed to resting inside it. So on it or inside it. So the bottom tray will be inside it, top tray will be on it, and then this is pretty much what it'll look like. So an angled swoop. Your main supports will be the brace to hold this together. Alright, so where I messed up is here. So since I have, hopefully you get that, I have them resting on one side on it, and then on the other one I have it resting in it. So what I'm going to do is, this is where the tray is going to be, so it's resting on it. And let me get the other tray, the driver's side one, since it's close. So this one, if you can see, I have it resting in it right here. So what happens is, once it's on the car, it actually, I think I said it swoops down from the middle. So if this is the main support, it swoops down like this, and I don't want it like that. I actually want it like a flat piece. So in order to make it flat, we got to flip these brackets. So again, the orientation is, it's no longer going to be like that where you're going to have the panel resting in it. You're going to rotate it so that the panel rests on it. So just going to have to flip these brackets around and do that to the other side, and then we're going to go ahead and hook it up. Alright, so I was able to figure out where that last bracket goes. You're actually going to be using one of the bolts, which is the middle bolt on the middle tray. You're going to be actually using that bolt and nut setup to hold two L brackets. So with that being said, damn, I don't have another L bracket available, but anyways, so you're going to be using the furthest hole here, and it's going to be in this orientation, and then the next hole down is going to be the same orientation, and then the final hole all the way in the front is going to be an L shape like that. So you're going to go you're going to go two on it and then one in it, so like that. So like that, and like that. On the other side of the diffuser, I'm going to show you which bolt you're going to be using to hold two brackets. So imagine basically one bracket like this, and then the other bracket like that on that side. So, but yeah, so I'll show you that on the other side, which one's going to be doing double duty, and you should be good to go. So on the quarter one, your brackets will be like this orientation, and basically what it's going to do is it's going to be holding it on the panel like that. So there you guys have it. Alright guys, excuse the quality, my camera died. So anyways, as mentioned before, this bracket here is going to be like that, obviously. And then this bolt here is the one that's doing double duty. On the opposite side, it's holding the bottom panel for the middle tray, and the orientation is going to be like that. And then you're going to take it out, and then you're also going to sandwich this bracket like this to hold the tray for the passenger side. So that's what you got to do there. And then the final one is that this piece right here has to be flipped down like that instead of the way it is right now, so that the panel can slope down. And by sloping down, you have this type of deal right here, so that you can actually catch air and push down. So what a diffuser is supposed to be doing. So I got it on that side. I'm gonna do it on this side. Forgot one more thing to mention. I went ahead and got this, like I guess you can say it's like a wiper hose. I went ahead and cut it down the center and put it on top of the sharp edge of the right or passenger side upright, only because I mounted this as high as I could. So now this is actually resting on the gas tank. So I went ahead and did this so that I don't bust a hole in my gas tank, because that would suck. So I had to do that on this side. You don't have to do it on that side because you are actually in the clear. Since the gas tank is offsetted to the passenger side, you have more of the tank this way. So you actually have clearance over here, so that there is no issue. So just be wary if you guys do mount it as high as you guys can, which is preferably what you want, so you're not going to drag it. That is something you're going to have to do. Alright, so before we start drilling into the car, I'm actually going to have to enlarge these holes right here. I'm going to probably not use those two. I'm probably just going to use these 3 up top and this one here on the corner. I'm going to have to enlarge this. I don't know exactly what size it is, but I have to go up to a 1/4 inch, only because I'm using the 1/4 inch by 20 Allen head bolt. So in order for me to actually put the bolt right through, it's got to be a 1/4 inch in size. And to make my life a lot easier, it's going to be using the step-up drill. Pretty much just clear the first one. I believe the first one is a 1/4 inch. So we're just going to bottom out, and that should be good. So I got to do that guy right there, and then also I got to disassemble this one. It's kind of hard, you can't see it, but it is already assembled. I got that bottom tray and then the actual 1/4 panel piece right here. So I'm going to have to disassemble that real quick, and then also enlarge the same 4 holes there, so that we can use the 1/4 inch bolts. Here are the 1/4 inch bolts with the rib nut. This is what I'm going to be using. I like rib nuts, makes the install a lot cleaner. And again, I'm not going to send it with self tappers because I feel like it's kind of janky, and you know, it's just not the type of stuff I like to do here. So this should be pretty good. So first, enlarge the holes, and then we're going to go ahead and make sure that the holes match up to the ones I drew on the car earlier on the masking tape. And once it's all good to go, we're going to use a soldering punch and then get to work. So we're almost there, guys. Again, cannot use my rear bash bar, which kind of sucks because I wanted to use it, but for now we're just going to have to figure out how we're going to make the diffuser and the bash bar work together. So for now, I'm going to keep the Street Faction bash bar on ice, just until I figure out what I got to do clearance wise. So no biggies, just probably more cutting, but we'll be alright. So until then, we're actually going to go and get to work. Alright, so we're all good to go right there. Looks pretty good. Again, just 1/4 inch in size. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do that on the other piece. I'm going to do it off camera, and then we're going to get to drilling on the actual car. Center punch the hole so that your drill bit doesn't dance. And then you drill away. Obviously, if you're going to be doing it on a car that's not a 240, just make sure that whatever you're drilling into, that there's nothing important on the other side of the piece of metal, i.e. like a gas tank or any type of electrical. You don't want to cut up wires or poke a hole in your gas tank, so you just want to make sure you take the precautions before you start drilling into a body panel. I've already looked in here, there's nothing that I can hit. It's pretty much just like an open pocket right here. So we're just going to go ahead and drill. Again, we're going to be using some rib nuts. Rib nut size, I need to hit a 3/8, so that would be pretty much on my step drill here. Is the 1, 2, 3, the 4th line in, and then send it in with the rib nut. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Oh man, this is going to be the part that I hate. Ooh-wee. Alright, see my rib nut. Alright, got the rib nut. Should be 3/8. Oh, we're golden. Alright, send it in. Should be good to go. So as you can see, by taping it, you don't affect the painted area at all. So alright, so we're going to be doing that throughout the whole process, and I guess I'll get back to you when I'm done. Since I got this rib nut down, I'm going to be putting the that quarter piece in. I'm going to secure it down with the bolt, and then I'm going to be moving around and getting each one of these holes that I mapped out correctly. Alright, check back with you when I'm done. So we have the diffuser all set up to be mounted onto the actual back part of the vehicle where the crash bar used to be. Again, we're going to do that tape method. We're going to tape down to protect the paint when we're drilling, just so that we don't mess the paint up. Alright, so fail number 1. You can't really tell, but when I mount this diffuser on, pretty much the this tray here wants to angle down like that instead of either being straight or angle upwards, I should say. So with it angling down, it's because I mounted the brackets wrong. As you can see, one of the brackets is in a, I guess on your view, it's like a 7, and then on this one, it's like an L shape. So what happens is it just mounts this tray incorrectly. So we're gonna go ahead and flip these ones so that now it looks like a backward 7 to match this one, so that it could be supporting the weight of the of that tray. So I'm gonna have to do that on the driver's side as well as on the passenger side. And then fail number 2 is, so you can see it right here, fail number 2. This isn't a completely flat surface. There's like a molding here of the actual chassis. It's a mold. So what happens is that no matter how many times you try to sit a rib nut on, it's not going to grab an edge, so the rib nut just falls out. So my solution is I still got to use a I think it's a 1/4 inch bolt, only because this right here is a 1/4 inch on the bracket. So I have to use a bolt with some washers to be able to increase the diameter so that I can clamp onto the adjacent metal. So we're gonna probably put some rubber washers on there too, so that it doesn't leak into my car. I mean, that's just the hard part about it, I guess. I've seen it on the hatch. There's really flat surfaces where this thing mounts up. On the passenger side though, however, it looks really good. Everything was a flat surface, so I was able to get all 4 on with ease. So I just wish that the driver's side didn't have that molding. in order for me to do it, but it's alright. We'll figure it out as we always do with the 240, because nothing's ever truly a bolt-on. You have to mod it for some odd reason. Alright guys, now that I got you guys on the tripod, so pretty much this is how we did it. You'll want to start from the supports, and you can go ahead and support it on each side, left and right, and then from there you can go ahead and move up to the quarter panel diffuser mount. So that's pretty much the easiest way to do it. Again, you can start whichever way. The main thing is, before you drill the holes, you want to make sure that you drill them correctly. So take your time, measure it numerous times before you start drilling into your car, because you don't want to make a mistake. So make sure you just take your time with that portion, because that portion is the most crucial part. But if you got like a drift missile and you don't care, you can send it with self-tappers and it'll be good to go. But you know, I sort of want to keep this clean, so I took the time and measured it out multiple times before I started drilling any holes into the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you a close-up of the mistake that I did first. One of the mistakes I did on drilling the holes. So let me get you off the tripod and I'll show you. Notice the mistake is on this hole right here. As you can see, this bolt here doesn't have a washer, but this one does. The main reason why is because on the first video, if you guys haven't watched it yet, there's this little stamp here from OEM, like the molding, and I didn't drill the hole perfectly flat, so the hole was kind of oblong, and then when I put the riv nut insert, it didn't grab, so I had to do some finagling to make it work. So I had to put a washer on both ends so that it can clamp down and be supportive. So again, like, that's not going anywhere. But that's pretty much the issue with this guy here, is this molding. I don't know if the hatch has it, but the coupe, you'll run into that issue. And there you guys have it. That is the Rocket Bunny style diffuser install on the 240. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a long one. That first video, like I said, it was really long just because there's no directions on trying to put this thing together. So you literally have to go off the internet based off pictures and then just try to put it together. So I'm hoping you guys learn something, so that if you guys do buy this diffuser, it's going to be a lot easier for you guys to install it. And hopefully I did all the footwork for you. It's a pretty cool piece. I like it. Again, it's aluminum, not fiberglass, with that softer material. The hood's popping off again. So it's really cool. I like it. It's sturdy, and it'll do the job, you know. But yeah, so until next time, guys, for all my day ones out there, you already know what time it is. Hype is for the moment, install is forever. Deuces.